What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, before we get started on this video, I did want to kind of do a brief intro with a peaceful view behind us here with the water, nice tiki hut and the boat dock there before we get into the meat and potatoes of the video here today. I also want to say, if you or somebody that you know has been affected by Hurricane Milton, Hurricane Helene, or anything going out in the North Carolina area, I just want to be upfront and just say that our thoughts and prayers from the mobile home dealer go out to you and your family during this tough time. I do think this is a time where we as an industry in the manufactured home space need to come together and help one another out. I'm a firm believer of that. And if you live in one of these parks and you have some trouble, feel free to reach out to us, the mobile home dealer. We've pledged money to several people in several parks already, trying to do our part and help out as much as we can. But the point of this video here today is really just to review what happened with the hurricanes, where are we at right now as an industry, and where are we at with it as a community, and at the same time, okay, create an action plan going forward. Because if you live in a Gulf area, water area, this is unfortunately not going to be the last hurricane to ever hit the industry. And if you live out in North Carolina, hopefully that was a one and done. But you know, we see this kind of crazy stuff happen all the time. So I'm going to walk and talk here at the park. We're in Two Rivers Mobile Home Park here in Bradenton, Florida. This park you've seen on our channel numerous times. We've sold, oh gosh, 20, 30 homes in here over the last couple of years. And this park got hit pretty hard. It got hit pretty hard. As you see, it's directly on a small river that feeds right into the Little Manatee, which is a channel there for the Gulf of Mexico. So we're going to go through, we're going to walk through a couple of things. I'm going to walk and talk. You'll see kind of the good things and some of the bad things throughout the video here. So make sure you stick around to the entire video, and we'll wrap things up towards the end. So when we look at the storm as a whole, and what has happened, mobile homes as a whole, they are going to be much more durable than what a lot of times people think. In this park right now, there's about 150 homes. Probably about half of them withstood some damage. Probably about 10% of them are total losses. And then the other half look like they're untouched. It's kind of crazy with it. So as a whole, I've been in probably 100 different homes so far this week. Just checking on our inventory, checking on people that we know in the industry, making sure everybody's doing okay. And so far it looks to be okay. But if they got hit hard, they got hit really hard. And as a whole, I feel like the community is bouncing back. There's a ton of people out here offering help, a ton of people offering assistance through FEMA, through Meals on Wheels, and all that type of stuff. As we see a home here, it's lost a carport, it looks like, but the home itself, as you see, it's in pretty good shape there. Looks like we lost some of the roof. Body of the home looks to be in decent shape, but and then here's their neighbor here. Okay, that carport actually wasn't there before the storm, and then you have no issue to speak of with the home. So kind of tough. It's kind of, some got hit hard, some got not hit hard, but overall it's a time to learn. I think it's really a time to learn in this industry, and so we can all do better. Again, this is not going to be a one and done deal here. So when we're looking at preparing for the next hurricane, storm season, all that kind of stuff, there's a handful of things you always want to make sure that you do. Okay, if you've been affected by the hurricane and something bad has happened, right out of the chute, you want to make sure that you take an assessment of what has happened with the home. Okay, you want to take pictures, you want to make notes, you want to get an idea of exactly what has happened with the home. Okay, because if you have to submit your claim to insurance, you want to make sure that the insurance company has everything they need. Okay, so right out of the chute, make sure that you take plenty of photos, make sure you take plenty of notes. Okay, the next thing is, while you're doing those photos and you're taking those notes, be safe. Okay, be smart, guys. Don't go out there in flip-flops and board shorts. Okay, there's going to be rusty nails, there's going to be metal pieces, pieces of glass. Use your common sense. Don't just walk out there barefoot and start taking pictures because some random guy on YouTube told you to do that. Don't do that. Okay, use common sense when you do that. Make sure you use when you write down the damage. Okay, use an ink pad and ink pen and a notepad, Google Doc, however you're going to do it. Make sure you do take good notes while you do that. Okay, always make sure you do that. So when you file your insurance claim, because when they're going to look for that, they're going to always ask you for that information. You want to make sure that you have it ready. Next thing is when you have the damage assessed, look for some type of assistance. Okay, like I said, FEMA has been helping these folks out in this park quite a bit. They actually have a sign out front. Maybe if we walk over there, we'll take a look at it. So you want to make sure that you check out with FEMA. You want to make sure that you check with your insurance and you stay on top of your insurance claim. Okay, there's going to be no shortage of people filing insurance claims. There's going to be no shortage of people trying to cut the line. Make sure you have a good contact there and you keep up on it. Okay, if you're not being annoying with your insurance agent trying to see what's going on, you're not calling them enough. And I mean that from somebody who's suffered loss throughout this hurricane and previous hurricanes. You've got to be on it. Okay, this is your house, this is your possession, and you've got to make sure that you're staying on top of it. Next thing, this is a big one. Okay, there is going to be no shortage. There is going to be no shortage of people who say that they can fix your home. Okay, we lost another carport there behind us. There's going to be no shortage of people who say that they can fix your home. Okay, just in the past 2 days, I've probably seen 20 or 30 pickup trucks with out-of-state plates with the door magnets saying they can rescreen your house. They can redo the flooring. They can do all this kind of stuff. Okay, that's fine. And I certainly appreciate the people coming out and trying to help, the people who've been affected by this hurricane. But make sure that you're hiring people, okay, who have a business license, who are actually able to do the work. Okay, we've had numerous stories, even with last year's storms and the year before that, where you had people who come in, they only want to do it for cash. They want to get paid on the front end, and then they poof into thin air. Okay, I know one lady actually got taken for over $40,000 in cash for doing that. Okay, I know it sounds crazy, but that stuff does happen. People are nervous. They want to get their things fixed. And when stuff like that happens, immediately they bring out their checkbook. And unfortunately, these people will prey on people who do not vet them. So make sure you get a licensed contractor. Don't hire the guy with the pickup truck who just randomly shows up and wants to do it in cash and get paid on the front end. That's just going to bite you in the rear. I understand everybody's trying to be thrifty. They're trying to, pinch pennies and all that kind of stuff. I get it. I'm that way too. But just be smart. Okay, be smart with that. Okay, don't set yourself up for failure or a major, major problem. Last thing, guys. We've got to prepare for the next storm. Okay, we got to prepare for the next storm. When I talked earlier in the video about about taking the photos and making the notes, okay, you want to make sure that you view this, and this sounds kind of silly, but hear me out. You want to make sure you view this as almost like a football or a baseball player. Okay, you want to view this as the way that you can set this up and review game film. Okay, by that I mean with the photos and with the notes. Okay, look at what happened, look at the damage that your house withstood, and then immediately, once the emotion has passed you by, immediately see what you can do better. Okay, did you bring in that trash can that flew around and broke your front window? Did you wheel in the barbecue grill that went through your windshield? Okay, did you make the arrangements to get the hurricane tie-down straps? Did you budget for that when you bought the home? Did you do those things? And be honest with yourself, guys. Be honest with yourself, because unfortunately, this is not going to be a one and done deal. There are going to be other storms down the road. Okay, so again, review those photos, review those notes like game film. Okay, I know it sounds silly, but that's the easiest way I can compare it to. Okay, and at that point in time, realize what you could do better, and then go ahead and do better. Do better next time. All we can do is learn as a community. All we can do is learn as an industry, so that next time when this happens, because it will, okay, you are prepared, you're ready to go. And when the storm comes, you're like these folks behind me here who just put down their hurricane shutters. They've got their hurricane tie-down straps, as you see right over here, and they are just ready for the storm. No damage to the carport, no damage to the screened-in porch there, no smashed windows, and everything looks good. Okay, so just make sure you look at that as a whole. Again, if you've been affected by this, reach out to us directly, reach out to me directly. Let us know what we can do to help. We'll be more than happy to do so. And as always, folks, if you found any benefit in this video, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel in the lower right-hand corner. I know my educational videos are usually a little bit more joking around, but today, with everything going on, we got to be serious. We've got to bring this to you. So as always, folks, my name is Mark. You've been with the Mobile Home Dealer. And as always, we'll see y'all on the next one. Take care.